Greetings everyone, Tarot from the Divine here with a general collective read. I thought that we would start with some What's the Tea? So for our overarching energy, what's going on. So I thought we'd start with that. So let's kind of do this and see what we get. So what are we going to have? That's too many. Okay, so the first one is going to be Into You, good chemistry, great vibes, and positive. All right. Next one. Travel. Next one. This deck is almost too big for me. That one wanted to flip. Creativity. Steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates and feeds off of you. Fake accounts. Fake social media accounts to spy, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Obviously this deck was made before Twitter became X or whatever. I don't have a Twitter account, so. And then finally, oh, we've got two here. We have bad reputation and creepin'. Okay. So we'll see about, let's see here. See if we can fit them both in here. Kind of like that. There. Okay. So, and again, it is, I'll go through the timing on these. So this is distant past, recent past, current, immediate future, and distant future. So let's see what the tarot has to say. I hope you all are having a good day, a good Monday. Hope the beginning of your week is not too rough. Everything's going smoothly. It's also the first Monday of the month, so those tend to be kind of busy. So for Into You, we've got a Knight of Wands. So a Knight of Wands is a passionate person. They're a younger energy, sort of like a teenager, or sort of like in business they would be like the salesman. And they're gallant, egotistical, impulsive, spontaneous, easily bored. But they've got a lot of spirit, a lot of energy. They could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Don't have to be. It's about goals, creativity, and passions. Okay, so they're ambitious, and they're into you. What else, Spirit? What about this Knight of Wands? Okay. Oh, we have a Knight of Swords as well. Messenger of Truth. Be ready for the chase and the battle. Action and speed. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Thoughts, communication, and logic. So we have like a dual salesman energy. This could be two separate people, or it could be one person with, both sides. They're a messenger of truth, and they're very passionate, and they're a younger energy. What else, Spirit? The Page of Swords. So the page would be sort of, I have been using the childlike, but sometimes people confuse that with childish. Someone that is very open, very sincere, almost naive. And they're nervous, fear of being caught, anxious, because this is in the reverse. And it's thoughts, communication, and logic, so it's an air sign. And they see the adventure and possibility in everything, and they're afraid of being caught at something. So let's continue on. Okay, we've got two cards here. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Four of Swords. So the Two of Swords in the reverse, someone's feeling stuck. They need to let go of the past, and it's time to make a decision. So, and this is in the past. So perhaps somebody needs to decide between these two knights. And someone's afraid of getting caught. I haven't seen it yet. There could be a third-party situation going on here. But somebody needs to make a decision. And then the Four of Swords in the it's in the upright. I was looking at the kitty cat. It's a chance to rest, relax, and recharge. It's about structure and stability, thoughts, communication, and logic. So someone thinks that they are resting when they have to make a choice, and they have to make a choice between possibly between these two people. And someone's afraid of getting caught. Well, that's interesting. Anything else? So it sounds like we've got storylines within the storylines. Okay, what about this travel? It's the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So worry, fear, depression. The only way out is through. So you can't get around it. Can't hide from it. It's thoughts, communication, and logic. And nines are obstacles, the final hurdles, reflection. So travel. So somebody's worried about traveling. Maybe they've got a fear of traveling. Maybe it's a phobia. And the only way to get over your phobia is to travel. Could be that simple. Let's see. Justice in the reverse. So, someone's done something that is considered an injustice, and reward isn't going to come It's about decisions, balance, and legal affairs. Libra influence, and karma applies even to you. It applies to everyone, even you. And a fear of travel. Okay. Or someone's nervous about traveling. Maybe their travel documents are not in order. Maybe they have forged documents. I mean, that's all over the news right now. So it wouldn't be that far out of the realm of possibility. What else do we have? You know, it could even be as much as like a driver's license is expired or their insurance is expired. Something like that, and they're afraid to travel because they're afraid they're going to get caught. Right here. Okay. So we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is, sixes are harmony and communication. And Wands is a hard work, goes creativity and passions. And so hard work is paying off. Earned self-confidence, a win you've earned. And if you're looking for a yes or no answer, the answer is yes. So someone has possibly earned this travel, but they're afraid to travel because they're afraid of some sort of karma. Perhaps they didn't earn the travel in a just way, and that's the injustice. Perhaps they cheated or something to win this travel and make it look like they earned it. People do that all the time. You know, they have competitions at work and people cheat to get the reward to make it look good, or they get a bonus or something like that, and they didn't really deserve it. But they made it look like they did. You know, make it look good on paper or whatever. Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is very loving, very mother-like, respectful. She's positive. She's compassionate. She's about love. Queens are feelings, relationships, and self-expression. Cups is emotions, relationships, and spiritual matters. So the Queen of Cups, perhaps this injustice was done to this Queen of Cups. Because it's in the upright, I get the feeling that the Queen of Cups is you, collective. So someone may have done you an injustice, and they're afraid of traveling when maybe you should have gotten the reward. I don't know. The picture just isn't clear yet. Okay, we've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, the Queen of Pentacles in the upright is someone who knows her business. She's good with money. She's got a hands-on approach. She's successful and creative. But in the reverse, she can be very greedy, self-serving. She's unsuccessful because her focus is more on the greedy part than being supportive. And her rewards are not materializing. So this sounds like we're going to get that into this fake accounts and this creativity over here. But this sounds like the person that is afraid to travel and is looking at possible karma, possibly if they travel. They may have even, looking ahead at these other cards, they may have even forged your name on some travel documents, and they're trying to travel as you and stealing your reward and trying to get around it, but they can't. They have to go through it, but they're trying to get around it. Now that's a little far-fetched, but that's kind of where the cards are pointing at the moment. Anything else on that travel? All right, what about, let me do one more on the travel. Get a complete pass in. Okay, what about this creativity where you're being copied and your ideas are being stolen and they're just trying to be you? Yeah, we've got the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So they underestimated you, and it's time for them to count their losses and retreat for now. But sevens are self-reflection, knowledge. Could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's about your goals, creativity, and passions. So yeah, they underestimated you. Maybe you're catching on to them. Good going. Then we have the Hierophant, which is wisdom, prophecy, Odin, unity, marriage, and education. And make the most of your gifts. So you're the one with the gifts, and could be a Taurus, Earth sign, and you are about unity. So it could be somebody on your team. If this is work, if this is personal, then it's somebody that's close to you, like a friend or maybe a family member or something like that. But they underestimated you. They thought you would be a pushover or easy to get around. Ouch, my thumb. Hang on. Sometimes my thumb cramps up. It's really painful. What else about this creativity? Okay. Is that it? So we have the Two of Wands. Fear of decisions causing delays in their progress. Partnership and balance is the Two. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So they're afraid that something could delay their plan, which could get them caught. So maybe there's a travel delay. Both of those knights that were into you are in the upright. Four of Cups. it didn't really turn over, it just tried to come out. Whoa! Okay, this is the star. So healing, forgiveness, and success. So that's you, collective. Forgiveness, yeah, you can forgive them. But, and you will continue on with your success. But forgiveness doesn't always mean, okay, I forgive you, you can come back. It just means forgiveness. Okay, I forgive you for what you did, now go away. What else, Spirit? Okay. So there's hope. I mean, it may seem like they have got you right where they want you, but there's hope, and you're going to be successful. It looks like they're probably going to get caught. They're afraid of getting caught. Let's see what else we've got. Fake accounts. What's going on with that? Or they're stalking you online, or they're trying to be you. They're making accounts and trying to be you. There's a lot of that going on online. A lot of these successful creators are having people that are making up fake accounts and stealing their content and making more money than the original creator is. We have the sun. So everything's going to be illuminated, first of all. It's growth and recovery. So optimism, fertility, creativity, power, possibility, and radiance. Success, good health. Could have a holiday coming up, which could be this travel. But illumination, because the sun comes out and nothing hides from the sun. When it shines, nothing hides except what's in the shadow, and even the shadow gets illuminated as the sun moves across the sky. There's very little that stays in shadow all the time. Unless you're underground or in a building without windows. What else about these fake accounts? So they're going to get found out. It's going to be illuminated. I managed to catch that one. Page of Cups. It's a good time to start a new creative endeavor. Start of a new spiritual experience or relationship. So start something new. Stay ahead of them. Start something new. Now they're going to be found out, and you are going to be illuminated. You are going to be the one on stage. And then the Seven of Pentacles, commitment to vision, singular focus on your goal, keep going, it will pay off. All right. So these fake accounts are going to get illuminated. And then, you can start up something new or revamp what you've got, make it yours again, and it will be successful. What else about this, Spirit? Ooh, the Devil. So bondage, slave, self-destruction. This is them. They're going to self-destruct because they've bound themselves to these fake accounts. And now they're going to be under restriction. Could be addicted. They could be addicted to social media. In one leap, you can be free. But yeah, it's going to illuminate these fake accounts, and they're going to be in bondage, or they already are in bondage, because they've been doing this, and it's going to show up. Meanwhile, you're off doing your thing. Anything else? I always like to give it one final pass. Okay. What about this bad reputation and creeping? Okay, so it's somebody with a bad reputation is creeping around, or they're trying to give you trying to give you a bad reputation, collective. We've got the King of Wands. Now, kings are like, in business terms, they're like a CEO, or like the president of the company. And they run things. They are about results and practicality, or how to do it. They like to know how to get it done. It's goals, creativity, and passions. They're a good role model, a good leader, natural leader, strong, powerful, ambitious, and experienced. Okay. They're in the upright. Can we get some clarification on that? And please remember to only take any of this if it resonates. Otherwise, just enjoy the story. Or share it with your friends and family. I'd love it if you'd do that, because it may resonate with somebody else. That's how these messages get out. Three of Pentacles. Now, threes are about growth and teamwork, and diligence will pay off. Great time for teamwork and broadening horizons. Pentacles are about money, material possessions, career, and health. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So is it this King of Wands that's creeping around trying to give somebody a bad reputation? Or is the King of Wands the one with the bad reputation? But when he's in the upright, he shouldn't be. What is this creeping and bad reputation, Spirit? Because I'm not seeing it. We've got the Three of Cups. Okay, it could be a third-party situation. Balance between strength, justice, and temperance. Celebration, friends, growth, teamwork. So this could be a third party that's going around doing this. So, like, it doesn't even have to be a romantic thing. It could be a third party in a business relationship. Like you're on a team and one of the team members is playing good old Judas Iscariot, and he's going around spreading lies and rumors and stuff because they're jealous. They want, well, yeah, they want to do that, and now they're afraid of getting caught, and the travel. Yeah, this third party, this Three of Cups, is the one going around trying to steal your ideas, making up fake accounts, being afraid to travel because their documents aren't in order. There's something about something's not in order, And they're afraid they're going to get caught if you make a decision, because they may have been telling these knights over here, they may have been spreading lies about you to these knights, and they're afraid of which decision you're going to make, because then the knights might say, well, no, I don't, I'm not interested or whatever, even though it says they're into you. Well, they were into you until this person got a hold of them. And then their little lies are going to be exposed. Because we have the illumination under the sun here. It's going to start with the fake accounts. It's going to start, you're going to find something online. And it's just going to unravel the whole thing. Anything else? Boy, nothing like getting to the last card before you know what's going on, huh? I'm one of those, I like to know, first row. And I didn't get any of that this time. It kept me confused the whole time. Anything else, Spirit? So yeah, we've got little Three of Cups over here, trying to run around and mess things up, probably to get themselves promoted somehow, or to get closer to this King of Wands. And they're using the devil to do it, but they're gonna get caught. Let's see, what else do we want to use? We're going to keep it short today. We're just going to use the pursuits to consider and future happenings. See what those have to say. So pursuits to consider. Okay, there's one. And then future happenings. Tell you what, sometimes these cards are so hard to shuffle. There we go. And one there. So, pursuits to consider. You exhibit a sense of protectiveness, intuition, and enthusiasm. Relish the companionship of those who resonate with your passions. Openly expressing emotions and aspirations fosters deeper comprehension, backing, and the latitude to execute tasks according to your preferences. Uncover a promising future brimming with optimism, affection, and tranquility of spirit. Life evolves rapidly, manifesting positively if you allow it to do so. Be the change that you would wish to see in the world. And that's Mahatma Gandhi. All right. And then the future happenings. You maintain vigilance over your well-being. You navigate new ventures with grace, although uncertainty may linger. You press onward, guided by the wisdom and guidance of your family. Meetings are bound to yield success. Your position gains strength. Any lingering hesitation dissipates. You see your projects through to completion. We may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. Maya Angelou. And that certainly applies for the second half of this reading. You're going to be successful. You're going to, as long as you just persevere, you may feel defeated in the first part of this reading. You know, oh my gosh, they've been going around telling lies about me. They're doing all of this. But then the illumination hits, and then the discovery hits, and the justice is, and the karma is going to hit. And then they're going to find out who it is here at the end. And then everything's going to get restored to you. Because you have strength and success, and as long as you hang in there and just keep going, doing what you do, then, you know, make it so they can't keep up with you. That's what I do. Just, you know, change it up. Keep making it harder for them to imitate you and copy you. You know, don't make it the same every single time. So, anyway, that's your reading. I truly do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please share with your friends and family. And hey, until next time, have a great day.